And greetings to the 12 tribes of Israel, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and those that are scattered to the four corners of the globe. Shalom. And we're out here today. We are the Hebrew Israelites, and we are here to bring you back to your nationality and bring you out of the falsehoods of the world. And we are here to cancel Christmas. We are here to cancel Christmas. The so-called black man, so-called Hispanic man, so-called Native Indian man has no business celebrating Christmas. It's time for you to go back to the Most High's laws that are into the Bible. Instead of do December 25th, you should go back and do Leviticus 23. You should be celebrating the Feast of Dedication like Christ did in John 10 and 22. That's what you should be doing. But we're going to show you right now that you should not be celebrating Christmas. Give me Jeremiah chapter 10, start at verse 1, please.
Reading out the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10 and verse 1. Hear ye the word which Yahweh speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
So you should be listening to the words that the Most High Yahweh is speaking unto you, so-called black man, so-called Hispanic man, Native Indian man. Hear these words that the Most High speak unto you.
Verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Another thing you should not be dismayed at is a thing called the winter solstice. That's what you really are commemorating during the wintertime, during this season, when you celebrate so-called Christmas, so-called black man, so-called Hispanic man, Native Indian man. The Most High said, learn not the way of the heathen, because these are things that the heathen are dismayed at. These are the things that they are in awe of.
For the heathen are dismayed at them. Verse 3, for the custom of the people are vain.
They are what?
They are vain.
So the Most High said the custom of the people is vain. This means the custom that they are keeping is pointless. There's no need for you to keep these things because it is a pointless custom.
For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen, with the axe. Verse 4, they deck it with silver and with gold.
And right now the Most High done told you not to follow the way of the heathen, and most of you're getting ready to follow this same custom. Come around December 25th. Some of you already got this tree in your house, and this tree represents a false god. But you don't know this because you don't study to show yourself approved. You don't study to make sure that you ain't doing something that the Most High does not like. But right now, I'm going to show you where this tree comes from. Go to the book of the two Babylons and read on page 98. We're going to show you where this ungodly custom comes from, because this custom goes all the way back to Babylon. The Most High done told you to learn not the way of the heathen. But you don't have no clue what you're doing, but you got this in your house.
Reading out of the book of the two Babylons, page 98. Therefore, the 25th of December, the day that was observed at Rome as the day when the victorious God reappeared on earth, was held at the Natalis Invicti Solis, the birthday of the unconquered sun.
Wait a minute, I thought this was the birthday of Christ.
The birthday of the unconquered sun.
So what you're doing is you celebrating the birthday of the unconquered son, which is a false god. Go ahead.
Now that the Yule log is the dead stock of Nimrod.
Of who?
Of Nimrod.
So this Yule log that is put into your fire, this is the birth stock of the false god Nimrod.
Defined as the sun god.
Defined as who?
As the sun god.
The God of the Bible.
The sun god.
No, the God of the children of Israel.
The sun god.
So you are celebrating the birthday, the rebirth of the sun god.
That's right. But cut down by his enemies. The Christmas tree is Nimrod.
The Christmas tree is who?
The Nimrod. Christmas tree is Nimrod.
So this Christmas tree that you got in your house, it represents the false god of Babylon, which is Nimrod. Give me Exodus 20, start at verse 1. You have this tree in your house, and it represents a false god. And this false god is Nimrod.
Reading out the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 1. Bring it out. And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Verse 2. Verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
So the Most High said you should not have any other God before him, yet you have this Christmas tree in your house.
That's right. Go ahead. Verse 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
So when you deck, you put silver and Christmas tree lights and tinsel and stuff on this tree, you are turning this tree into a graven image.
Or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above.
And you're not supposed to have any likeness of anything that's heaven above. But most of you take and you put a star on the top of this Christmas tree. Most of you take and you put an angel on the top of this Christmas tree, which really represents another false god, which is the mother of Nimrod, which is Semiramis.
That's right. The any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them.
But some of you might say, we don't bow down ourselves to this tree. But indeed you do. Because when you bow down to this tree, you bow down and you put a gift under this tree. What else is messed up is that you teach your children to bow down to this tree. You want to know how you teach your children to bow down to this tree? You teach your children to go up to this tree and pick gifts from under this tree.
That's right. For I, the Most High Power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
So when you teach your children to go and pick up gifts from under this tree, you are making your children, the Most High hates your children by doing this, because he said not to put any other God before him. And that's exactly what you do when you celebrate Christmas. You put another God before the God of the Bible, which is the Most High Yahweh. Give me Sirach 34:4. We down here to tear down the strongholds here in Wilmington, Delaware today.
That's right.
We're here to get you to come back to your true nationality as the children of Israel.
Right.
How are you going to have the Most High protect you if you're giving tribute to another God? The Most High says you are provoking him to jealousy. That's why there's so much violence in the city of Wilmington, Delaware. That's why you're out here killing each other, because you're not keeping the Most High's laws, and the Most High is allowing you to die.
Bring out the book of Sirach, chapter 34 and verse 4. Of an unclean thing, what can be cleansed?
You can't turn this thing into an unclean thing. Oh, we doing it for the children. But your pastor got the Christmas tree in the church.
That's right.
Which is the altar to another God. So how's he turning it into a clean thing? Oh, we're going to pass out turkeys and hams on Christmas. There ain't nothing you can do to make this wicked custom a clean custom.
That's right.
You're in the midst of wickedness, and we are here to wake you up. You're in a state of rebellion, and it's time to come out of it.
And from that thing which is false, what truth can come?
And there's no truth in your Christmas tree. We just read in Jeremiah that this is a pointless custom. That is something that is vain. And the Most High has a disdain for it. It's time for you to wake up.
Go to the book of Colossians 2 verse 8.
It's time for you to wake up to who you are. It's time for you to be the best people on planet Earth, like the Most High made you to be. He made you to be set apart from the heathen customs. Taking all the customs of the so-called white man. Taking all so-called Babylon religions. He made you set apart.
Reading out the book of Colossians, chapter 2 and verse 8. Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after the Hamashiach, Christ. For in him dwelleth all the fullness of the Godhead bodily. Verse 10.
Yeah. One of these vain customs and philosophies and deceit is one of these things that you like to do during this time of year, is you like to make gingerbread men. When your so-called gingerbread men, they represent runaway slaves. Your gingerbread houses, they represent slave cabins.
That's right.
The ornaments that you put on your Christmas tree, they represent hanging slaves. But you don't realize it because you spoil through vain philosophy and deceit. You spoil through a heathen custom and they mocking you to your face. And you don't even realize it. But you're going to sit there and do it with the children. Run as fast as you can. You never catch me, the nigga man. It's time for you to wake up. It's time for you to put on the customs of the Most High, the ones that He gave to you. Give me Ecclesiastes 7:7. It's time to put down falsehoods. It's time for you to wake up and be who you are meant to be, Wilmington, Delaware. It's time to wake up. It's time to hate the other nation's customs.
That's right.
It's time to be the greatest people that you can be. Because they are here to exploit you. And the Most High is going to let them exploit you as long as you're taking on their customs. And the heathens know it. That's why it's a Chinese restaurant on every corner here in Wilmington, Delaware. That's why the Nimrod man has taken over your mom and pop stores to sell you Newports and ham sandwiches with the Quran behind his back.
That's right. That's right. Reading out the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
So you're supposed to be mad at your oppression. That should make you wise and pick up wisdom. Go ahead.
And a gift destroyeth the heart. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit.
And you should begin to pick up the customs of the Most High. And let go of these pagan customs. You were spoiled through the gift that Master gave you of being able to celebrate Christmas when you should be picking up the Most High's holy days.
That's right.
That's right.
It's time to return. It's time to bethink yourselves. It's time to stop being less of a man and living at a lower level and be the kings and priests that you were meant to. It's time to raise up the men in your neighborhoods. It's time to stop picking up thought culture.
Give me Exodus 23 and 2.
It's time to wake up, children of Israel. It's time to pick up the customs and receive the Most High's promises.
Reading out the book of Exodus, chapter 23 and verse 2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment.
So you should not be following the multitude to celebrate Christmas. You should not be following the multitude to do a Christmas tree lighting. You should not be going to gingerbread man workshops, defiling your children with the ways of the world. It's time for you to pick up the customs that you are meant to pick up. It's time for you to show love to one each other. And it's your pastor's fault. Your pastor's not rebuking you. Your pastor's bringing the foolishness and the folly right in your Christian church. We even got Muslims celebrating Christmas. Why are Muslims celebrating Christmas for? Tell me that. You in the 5% nation, why are you celebrating Christmas?
That's right.
You study more science, why are you celebrating Christmas? No, because that's all folly. You need to go back to the law, statutes, and commandments that are in the Bible and pick up your majesty.
That's right.
And resume your legacy as God's chosen people.
That's right. Give me Exodus 20. Now, matter of fact, give me Psalms 18:49.
It's time for you to wake up. You wonder why everybody died. You died because you're showing the Most High so much disrespect. The Most High is not protecting you, doing everything the white man wants you to do.
That's right.
You in the pandemic season, and the only way to bounce back the economy is to exploit you through these holidays, and that's what they're doing. Because as long as you're downtrodden, the so-called white man gonna be on top.
Reading out the book of Psalms, chapter 18 and verse 49. Therefore will I give thanks unto thee, O Yahweh, among the heathen, and sing praises unto thy name.
No, sing praises on to Frosty the Snowman.
Sing praises unto thy name.
No, sing Santa Claus is coming to town.
Sing praises unto thy name.
No, sing the little drummer boy.
Sing praises unto thy name.
You're supposed to be singing your praises unto the Most High.
That's right.
Thank you for Him for your blessings in your life. Show Him that you love Him by keeping His law, statutes, and commandments. But instead you want to go out do foolishness like Christmas caroling, holding hands with the heathens. Going door to door singing Christmas folly. Deck the halls with bells of folly. That's what's going on right now. It's time for you to wake up. Give me Ecclesiastes 10:6. No, Ecclesiastes.
Let's go.
Reading out the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10 and verse 6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place.
So your folly is set in great dignity. You can't wait to go and spend all your money and not be able to pay the rent money. You can't wait to go and sit at the Christmas table with your hams and decorate your pagan tree. You can't wait to do this with great dignity. Straight stupidity. You can't wait to be broke until your so-called tax check come. If your tax check come. Because they might not let you get your tax check if you don't take immunization shot for this COVID shot. But you set in great dignity to celebrate Christmas. Like you was to celebrate Thanksgiving, the slaughter of your Native American brothers.
That's right.
Which is straight foolishness. It's time for you to wake up.
Give me Psalms 47, 6, 63.
It's time for you to snap out of it. You are the greatest people on planet Earth.
That's right.
And can't nobody take your place.
Right.
These heathen want you in the large state so that they can rule over top of you.
Reading out the book of Psalms, chapter 47 and verse 6. Sing praises to God. Sing praises. Sing praises unto our King. Sing praises. Verse 7.
And that's what you should be doing. I reiterate it. You shouldn't be singing no Christmas carols. You should be singing your praises unto the Most High God.
Right.
And none other. By doing this, you put other gods before the Most High.
That's right.
It's time for you to stop out of it and stop being stupid.
Give me 2 Timothy 4, 3 and 5.
It's time for you to set an example and break the strongholds and the vicious cycle of paganism. And teach your children, brother. You're supposed to be training up your children in the way they should go.
Reading out the book of 2 Timothy. Reading out the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 4 in verse 3.
Bring it up.
For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers, having itching ears.
So you're trying to heap to yourself your Christian pastor who's trying to tell you it's all right to celebrate Christmas. It's all right to be cutting Christmas cookies. It's all right to be doing gingerbread men, and they all doing this folly up in the church.
Verse 4, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned unto labels.
And that's just what you're doing right now. A lot of y'all walking past, y'all here is teaching, y'all not asking questions, you're turning from hearing the truth. You're not enduring this sound doctrine that we're bringing out here to you today. You're not even stopping to hear it, and you know the things that we're speaking to you is truth. Show me where they set up a Christmas tree in the Bible, the children of Israel. Show me where they decked the Christmas tree, the children of Israel. You cannot show it because the Most High told you not to learn the ways of the heathen.
That's right. Verse 5, but watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist.
And that's what we out here to do. We doing the work of an evangelist, and we lifting up people and telling you to step away from the paganism.
Give me Lamentations 2:14.
It's time to wake up, Israel. It's time to go back to your customs. Put down Christmas. Put down these wicked holidays. Leave Thanksgiving alone.
Reading out the book of Lamentations, chapter 2 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee, and they have not discovered thy iniquity.
Your pastors have not shown you that you're in the midst of sin when you celebrate these holidays. Your pastors have not shown you that you're in the midst of wickedness. How many of you pastors have showed you Jeremiah chapter 10? Where it tells you not to put up a Christmas tree. Where it tells you learn not to wear the heathen. How many of your pastors have let you know that that Christmas tree is a false god? And that that angel in that star on your tree is folly? How many of the pastors have shown you that?
To turn away the captivity, but have seen for thee false burdens and causes of banishment.
God. So your pastors They'll vilify you for not putting something in the collection plate, but they won't turn away from you the vanities of the world.
All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem.
And that's what they doing. The other nations, they looking at you and you're following, they wagging their heads at you, looking at you like these people is astonishment. These people is ashamed. These people, they killing each other. But your pastors have put no difference between the holy and the unholy. It's time for you to wake up. It's time for you to get in this book and read.
That's right. Give me give me Isaiah 5 and 20.
Reading out the book of Isaiah, chapter 5 and verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good.
So woe to your pastors. Destruction is coming for your pastors. Because they trying to say the evilness of celebrating Christmas is good.
Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil.
Destruction unto your pastors for calling Christmas good and saying the things that we doing out here is evil. Woe to your pastors.
That put darkness for light and light for darkness.
And that's what your pastor's doing. He putting the celebration of Nimrod as light and putting the true customs that are in the Bible as darkness, telling you that the law's done away with. Well, the law's not done away with, because Christ said, think not that I'll come destroy the law or the prophets. He came to fulfill till heaven and earth shall pass. Shall not one drop or one tittle pass from the law.
That's right.
That put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
Right.
Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight.
We doing it for the children. You gonna pick up Satanism and you gonna do this for the children? You gonna give gifts in the name of a false god and you're doing it for the children to put darkness for light?
That's right.
That's foolishness. That's folly.
Verse 23. Which justify the wicked for reward and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him.
And that's just what your pastor's doing. You know why? Because you know you're going to come in there on a Sunday and you're going to put some tithes in that plate. That's just what you know you're going to do. Or you can celebrate Christmas, go ahead and do it for the kids. Just make sure my pocket's fat, I'm in the best house, and I'm driving around up to Delaware in the best cars. That's what he knows. He knows as long as you don't rebuke you and he gives you that smooth word, you're going to do exactly what you was taught to do by the slave master. You're going to give him 10% of your paycheck in that tithe box. When really tithing is fruits.
Verse 11. Then said I, Yahweh, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitant.
So the Most High is going to come back and destroy this place for the folly that is in. And if you tied to this world, if you tied to Babylon the Great, and if you pick it up and you still attached to Christmas, Easter, Valentine's Day, Halloween, Thanksgiving, the Most High is going to destroy you along with this place.
That's right. Give me Proverbs 16:25.
It's time to go back to repentance. It's time to wake up, children of Israel, so-called black man, Hispanic man, so-called black woman, so-called Hispanic woman. It's time to wake up.
Bring out the book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 25.
Bring it out.
There is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
So it might seem right to have family time and sit around the Christmas table and have Christmas dinner so that you're all reunited. Well, you can do this on the holy days. Hanukkah coming up next week.
That's right.
Next week, you got 8 days. But you want to celebrate one day of Christmas and feast. We can feast on the first and last day of Hanukkah and any day in between.
That's right.
Your pastors have failed you.
That's right.
They're exploiting your neighborhood. All the neighborhoods here in Wilmington, Delaware is run down. But you can go every other corner you're going to see a church. Every other corner. And the pastor is the one riding around in the Bentley and the Benz. And I bet you he won't even give you a ride when he see you sitting at the bus stop.
That's right.
Reading out the book of Hosea, chapter 9 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
The days of visitation are come. The days of recompense are come. Israel shall know it. The prophet is a fool. The spiritual man is mad. For the multitude of thy iniquity and the great hatred
That's right. And the Most High is coming to bring a recompense to this place for all this wickedness.
That's right.
So I suggest that you repent and separate yourself from the ways of this world.
That's right.
It's time to stop killing each other. It's time to stop licking up our foolish, devilish holidays.
Give me 1 Timothy 4, 1 and 2.
It's time to wake up. It's time to show the Most High you love him by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right. 1 Timothy 4, 1 and 2.
Reading out the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 4 and verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils.
And that's just what Christmas is. It's a seducing spirit and a doctrine of devil. You go in these stores and all you hear is this holiday music and people walking around acting like they're all happy and giddy because they hear some holiday music. The Most High don't want to hear that music.
That's right.
He hates that music.
That's right.
He said he does not share his praise with any other God. So why would you be walking around and you in this holiday spirit? Well, your holiday spirit is of the devil.
Give me Amos 5:21. Matter of fact, give me start at start 21.
You are provoking the Most High to anger right now with these wicked holidays. That's why it's viruses on the earth. That's why a destroyer is coming through here. In this lifetime, you ain't never seen so many people die and drop off. Well, that's the Most High bringing the plagues on the earth, just like in Egypt.
That's right. Reading out the book of Amos, chapter 5 and verse 21. I despise your feast day.
No, he loves your feast day.
I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies.
So the Most High said he hates your feast days, and he ain't even there to smell in your solemn assemblies. He wasn't at Thanksgiving to smell your stinky, dirty bird. He's not going to be at Christmas to smell your stinky hair. He's not going to be there. He hates that thing. Go ahead.
Verse 22. Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them.
The Most High said he's not going to accept your family gatherings on Christmas. He's not going to accept that thing.
Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beast. Take thou away from me the noise of the songs.
No, he want to hear your Christmas caroling.
Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs.
No, see, jigger all the way.
Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs.
No, see, Santa Claus is coming to town.
Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs.
So the Most High said, take away from him the noise of your songs. They irritating to him. He does not want to hear it. It's time for you to wake up because you in folly. You've taken on the customs of the white man.
Give me Proverbs 3 and 31.
The Most High is not happy with that thing. He look at that thing as wicked. It's time to repent.
Reading out the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 31. Envy thou not thy oppressor, and choose none of his way.
No, choose some of his way.
Choose none of his way.
Choose Christmas.
Choose none of his ways.
No, choose Easter.
Choose none of his ways.
So the Most High said, choose none of his ways. It's time for you to put down Easter and Christmas. It's time to repent, y'all.
Give me John 10 and 1.
Reading out the book of John, chapter 10 and verse 1. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber.
So the Most High said the same that entereth through another way and not the door is a thief. So guess what? Santa Claus is a damn thief.
That's right.
Santa Claus is stealing the imaginations of your children. Santa Claus has turned the minds of your children away from the Most High. So teaching your children Santa Claus is teaching your children to observe a thief, because Santa Claus come through the chimney. It's time to wake up. It's time to repent. My name is Brother Yakanan, and I'm done speaking, and I'm going to give the mic so the next powerful speaker can come up.
Shalom.
Quote Nasrallah. Quote Nasrallah. Quote Nasrallah.